Good evening. A man has been found guilty of murdering a 54-year-old delivery driver after hitting him and dragging him half a mile underneath his own van. Mark Lang suffered horrific injuries and died 18 days after the incident on North Road in Cardiff. Christopher El Ghifari from Aberdare was found guilty of murder and robbery. Well, our reporter David Grundy has been following the trial and he joins us now from Cardiff Crown Court. David.
Lucy, it took the jury just 5 hours and 20 minutes to reach their verdicts today. Christopher El Ghifari, the thief who stole Mark Lang's van before running him down and dragging him almost half a mile along one of Cardiff's busiest roads under its wheels, showed no emotion at all as those verdicts were delivered about the events of March the 28th. Mark Lang, described as a good man with a lot of love to give, was just doing his job. A job he'd done for 15 years, delivering parcels in Cardiff. He was dropping off a parcel here on Leytonia Avenue. He left his keys in the ignition for a matter of seconds. Christopher El Ghifari, who'd just been turned away from a shop around the corner because he didn't have enough money, got in and sped off. Mark Lang chased him, but the road is a dead end. He had to turn around and head back up Leytonia Avenue. He drove the van right at Mr. Lang. He was knocked over, denting the bonnet before disappearing under the front wheels. El Ghifari turned onto North Road and started heading towards the city centre. He was going at such speed that he triggered a speed camera by St Mark's Church. Mr. Lang was still trapped underneath, being dragged along the surface of the road. Almost half a mile later, El Ghifari turned onto New Zealand Road near Cathays High School, and that's where he got out and ran off towards Whitchurch Road. At 12:49, the emergency services were called and passers-by tried to help Mr. Lang. Other witnesses said they felt helpless. One teacher held Mark Lang's hand just to let him know someone was there. Mark Lang had sustained multiple severe injuries to his body, his head and his brain. 18 days later, he died. His life support was withdrawn because he would never recover from his brain injuries. When he was arrested, Christopher El Ghifari told police, "I don't know what I've done nothing." He said he didn't mean to hit Mark Lang, just to scare him, and that he thought he'd move out of the way. But during his police interviews, Christopher El Ghifari gave no comment responses. And during his trial, he chose not to give evidence. It took the jury 5 hours and 20 minutes to find him guilty of robbery and murder.
Christopher El Ghifari made a conscious decision to steal Mark's van and then drive it at speed into him, causing injuries from which Mark would never recover and changing the life of Mark's family forever.
The last few months have been traumatic for us as a family after Mark's brutal and ultimately pointless killing. We now have to struggle to face life without him. His partner now faces life alone. His daughters won't have their dad to walk them down the aisle. His grandchildren will never know their granddad. We will have to live through the memories we know he would have treasured if he were there with us.
It's been 8 months since Mark Lang's family lost a father, partner and brother. Today's verdict's just one of the steps in their long grieving process. Well, those family members have been in court every day since the start of this trial, and they've had to watch painful CCTV footage that's been painstakingly pieced together by a group of dedicated detectives. Footage taken from many different angles, footage that shows the final moments of Mark Lang's life. They know that these verdicts today won't bring Mark Lang back. It does give them a sense of justice. Christopher El Ghifari will be sentenced here for robbery and murder next Friday.
David Grundy at Cardiff Crown Court. Thank you.